evening, everyone. My name is Vernisha Jones, and I am the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. And we believe that we are the solution to the violence in our community. West Garfield Park Youth Council is sponsored by Fathers Who Care, which is a nonprofit organization located on the west side of Chicago within the West Garfield Park community. Again, everyone, my name is Vernisha Jones, and I am the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is comprised of 15 youth from our community whose focus and concern is the youth leadership and voice within the community and addressing the issues of violence in the community. We invite people from all over, especially youth, to come and see what we're all about. Our show will be scheduled every Thursday at 7 p.m. Again, that is every Thursday at 7 p.m. We would like to encourage calls from people watching to leave their questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, that is 312-738-1060. You can also view us online at www.cantv.org/live. Again, that is www.cantv.org/live. Well, everyone, I know you noticed this well-educated young woman sitting on the side of me. Instead of me introducing her, I will allow her to introduce herself.
My name is Janicia Williams. I am the president of the Westside NAACP Youth Council, also a senior at Lang Tech, soon to be graduating and going off to college. That's about it.
So what college you're planning on going to?
I'm applying to Harvard. You know, have to set your goals high.
Yeah.
And if not, then I would like to go to Florida State University or Georgetown in D.C.
Okay. Well, thank you, Niecy Williams, for being a guest on tonight's show. Everyone, again, my name is Vernisha Jones. I'm the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. You are now watching a live, interactive call-in television show brought to you by CanTV 21. During the next 25 minutes, we are basically going to talk about how we can engage, enlighten, and empower young people. And we are asking for people to call in with your questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, the number is 312-738-1060. Our phone lines are open. So today's topic is how to engage young people. So can you tell us who are you and what is your purpose for existing?
Wow, that's a new one. I am a poet. I am a public speaker. I am an advocate for change in our communities. And I think my purpose in existing is to make that change happen and to be the change that I would like to see in the world. And that's what I'm going to try to do.
Those were strong words. Well, I am Vernisha Jones. I go to Malcolm X. I'm 19 years old. I'm going to be 20. My purpose in life is to make a difference and to do something that a lot of people wish to do. Do something like try to be a voice for our younger people that don't feel like they don't have a voice. So this evening we will discuss how we can challenge more young people to become actively involved in the community organizing and civic engagement via bridging intergenerational gaps and reducing senseless violence, underage drinking, and substance abuse on the west side of Chicago. So can you start by telling us what is the West Side NAACP? No too many letters.
The West Side NAACP Youth Council is basically comprised of youth who are, like you said, willing to make that change in the community, willing to devote their time to being the difference that they need to be, that they are trying to create in the community. So as a youth council, we have meetings and we discuss different things that are going on in the community, different things that are going on, not just in the community, but within our nation, within the recent, election, what that means for us as African American youth, what that means as far as what next steps we need to take. And so we discuss things like that. We are having an event on the 28th of December. It's a youth talent showcase where basically we're inviting youth out to come showcase their talents and show that the inner city West Side has something great that just needs to be seen. So we're having that event and we are basically just trying to get youth out to become civically engaged, to want to do things in their community, to do the things that not everybody wants to do, but that has to be done.
So when are we going to bridge that gap and bring our two youth councils together?
Well, it doesn't take anything but a sit down and an agreement.
Okay. So tell our audience why you're so passionate in being a youth leader on the west side of Chicago, saying as you are the president of the West Garfield Park. I mean, you're the president of the NAACP and I'm the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. Like, why are you so passionate? Like, why did you take on that role of being the president?
I kind of grew up around politicians and people who are always like, we need to change, we need to change. And so
somebody step up and do it.
They instilled in me that, hey, you're our future, you need to be that change. And from then, that's just kind of how I grew up. Like, I'm that change and I have to do these things. And yes, do I get bored going to meetings? Yes. Is every event the funnest thing in the world? No, but it's what has to be done. And they just instilled in me that determination and that perseverance to get through those meetings, to make sure that I can make the change that I need to.
So what are some things you could tell other young people that would encourage them to feel like that's something I need to do? I need to get it, like, put on my big girl shoes and actually do something and become a leader instead of following.
Because, okay, doing this stuff, it's not just a change for everybody else. It's a change that's being made for you too. Through this stuff, I've received so much recognition, so many connections to the real world just by being in the right place at the right time. And I've gotten scholarships from doing speech competitions and being on other shows. And it's like just putting yourself out there gets not just opportunities for you to create a change, but it makes a change in your life. Because I would have never gotten half the opportunities I've received if I would have just went to school and went home, or just went to school, went to basketball practice, went home. I've done the athlete, I've done the actor, I've acted, I've played ball, and I've still made time for my community. And it's very possible. Is it the easiest thing? No, but it's possible, and it's for the greater good.
So what is civic engagement to you?
Civic engagement is what I've been talking about, being a part of your community, being more than just the person that lives in this house on this block, but being the person who's like, I'm going to go out and I'm going to make sure that my block is clean today. I'm going to go out and I'm going to make sure that we receive the resource. I'm going to talk to my alderman and make sure that our streets holes are filled when we're driving through. Like, just the person that's saying, I want to make sure that things are okay in my community. I'm not just satisfied with living for just me. And that's what civic engagement is.
Okay. We would like to encourage calls from people watching to leave your questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, that number is 312-738-1060. And I see we have a caller right now. Caller, how may I help you?
Yes, I have a question for Miss Janicia.
Okay.
Okay, did I say that name right?
You said it right.
Okay. Janicia, my question to you is, being the young lady that you are, what is it that motivated you to want to make a change? Because, listening to you, I'm very impressed with you as a young lady, and the fact that you got, such a big desire to want to make a difference with the community, with the youth, and just period. I just want to know what motivated you to want to, be the type of person that you are and make a difference.
Like I said, growing up, the role models that were placed in front of me, I grew up going to events by Congressman Davis, who's always trying to advocate for his community, and grew up going to NAACP meetings where they were talking about our civil rights and how that issue still isn't solved. And growing up around all these people who were telling me like a change needs to be made, it just instilled in me that I have the resources, I have the connections and the people in place to help make that change. And so that's why I kind of stuck to it and gave my all to being the change, because it's what I grew up around. And to answer your question, it's what I grew up around. I grew up around people who weren't satisfied and who will not be satisfied until, a difference is made. And so I followed their footsteps.
That's very interesting, because there are a lot of youth that are raised and grow up in our in the environment of people that want to make a change, but it does not inspire them. So what was it about what you saw and what you experienced that wanted you to make a difference? And then I'm going to hang up and listen to your answer, okay?
Okay. Me personally, I think it mostly came from my mom because she always kept me. You have to go to school. You have to come to this meeting. Like, it wasn't always just, it was, yeah, so maybe I'm explaining. It wasn't always just in me to, hey, I want to go to this meeting, or hey, I want to go to this event. It was my mom who kind of, like, she said you have to go here. Like, it wasn't an option for me. You're coming to this meeting with me. You're going to this event with me. And then by sitting there and being forced to be there, it just kind of rubbed off on me. It wasn't I wouldn't say it wasn't a conscious me decision. It was a parental decision that led to me just eventually adapting to it and becoming a part of it.
Yeah, that sounds all right. So how can we as young people help to reduce senseless violence in the city of Chicago?
I think it all starts with that want for things to be different, the want for things to change, the want for violence to end, because we have people that all our young people aren't bad, but there's just, it's not an agreed upon want yet that, hey, I don't want to be in this gang, I want to do something different. And also we haven't established outlets for our young people. We haven't established a clean cut way for that boy who already got his first drug conviction to go to there aren't opportunities enough for our young people to change their life around, should I say. There's not enough outreach, there's not enough opportunities, and thus, therefore, they're resulting to the things that they know how to do. And also, there's not enough parental guidance, too, because we don't, like I said, my mom is the one who kept me in all that stuff. Like, not everybody's mom is going to do that. Not everybody's going to say, hey, you have to do this. And so it's either we need it to start in the home or we need to try harder outside the home to pull them in.
Well, I think we the same way. Like, 'cause at first, when I was doing that type of stuff, my daddy he'd tell me, like, go to this meeting, and I'd be like, really, daddy? And then, like, I'll go to a meeting, and we'll be sitting there, and I'll be like, this is so boring. I would never come to one again. To hear another meeting to come here and say, come. And it's like, now it's just, like, something that's, like, it's a normal meeting. It's normal now. So what is some stuff that you think we can do to try to help the youth?
Normalize it?
Because, we both got our own youth council or whatever. Mm-hmm. So what do you think we can do to get, like, more people that actually need to be involved? Like,
I see it as you bring them in on stuff they like to do. Like, this talent show is something that's, hey, I know you can sing, I know you can dance, I know you like to rap. So come out and showcase your talent. First prize is $300, second prize $200, third prize $100. Win a decent amount of money just for coming out and showcasing you. And then while you got them there, you hit them with, hey, we have a youth council. We have this. We're doing this, and we go out of town here. We go out of town there. We're doing things, and you're talented. You can be a part of this. Showing them that they have that ability. Showing them they have the tools and skills they need to be a part of something greater. Sometimes might just be all they need.
Okay, so but then again, what would be that answer for a child that don't have talent? That child that don't sing, that child that don't rap. What would be the alternative to try to get them out into the youth councils or to become a part? Because everybody not talented.
The same drive that they have, that a child may have to go join a gang, is the same drive that you can use to bring them to a youth council. A sense of belonging, a sense of, hey, you might be going through, but I can help you.
Yeah.
And so that's what, you feel me, could bring them in. It's just letting them know, like, hey, yeah, I know it's bad. Like, yeah, I know your mom is struggling or whatever. We have opportunities for you so you can make some more money. We have opportunities for you to go to this place and potentially, you feel me, meet some people that are going to put you where you want to be. Because everybody wants money. It's just which route are they taking to get there. And if you have a good, solid route for them, like, hey, I can get you here by you coming to this, this, and this, you just gotta sell it.
Do we have another caller? Okay, so the next question is, How can we identify and address the mental health and or substance abuse on the west side of Chicago, Nisi?
Wow. Um, this is something that our side of the city has been battling for a while now, and it's all about, with this, it's all about awareness. It's all about whether or not, like, mental health isn't something that's addressed heavily in our community. It's something that's hushed quietly at dinner tables. It's something that people don't want to talk about. So if we make it talk about, if we make it something that, hey, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay that you need help. Once we make it okay to basically be in a bad spot and to let you know that you have help out of it and that you don't have to deny it, is the first step to, I feel, curing that problem.
So what is the state of young people in the city of Chicago, aka the west side of Chicago? Okay, I see we have a caller, so you could think about that question. So you can think about what you want to say, and we can take this next caller.
Yes, I just want to say congratulations to you. All are marvelous.
Thank
I exercise my rights in talking about the good work that you all do. Can you help to bring this city alive? When I say this city, I mean the south side, the east side, the north side. Can you all exercise? Because we need the energy that you all have, the West Garfield Park Youth Council. You all are the most phenomenal group of young men and women I have ever met in my life. And I want to commend you and salute you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. That's something that we probably should do, but that's something that'll have to come in the future. Like, but that's something that we should probably look into, like bringing the groups together and like making it where we going on different sides of town instead of just the west side of Chicago, because everybody need it, not just us. And we just like make our group way bigger than what it is. You have anything to say about what you said?
I agree with you.
Yeah. So, what events or resources are available for young people on the west side of Chicago and the west side with the NAACP?
So right now, like I said, we have our event going on with the talent showcase. Once again, that's on, in case anybody wanted to come through. It's on December 28th at Austin Town Hall, which is 5610 West Lake Street. And if anybody would like to participate, you could just shoot me an email at westsidennAACPyouth@gmail.com, and I can answer any other questions about that there. But other than that, I recently went to an event with Camille Lilly, and it was called I'm 17, and that event really opened a lot of doors for some young people, because she had people who are business people in our community come out and talk to us and tell us about how they made it where they made it, and they didn't start from the top and stayed at the top. They started from where we are now, and they made their way up. Like the woman who owns Batoy Sweet Treats, she went to college with nothing. She just went, and she made a life for herself. Now she's rich enough to buy her dad 2 cars for his birthday and have a roasted pig rolled in. Like, you got to be rich to have like a roasted pig on somebody's birthday. That's just rich people stuff. So it's just like there are people within our community who are doing it, who are making it, and I don't think we see that enough. So events like Camille's Lily, I'm 17 showed us that, yeah, you can make that. You can be this person because they're right here in front of you. Mm-hmm. And so there are a lot of events like that occur on the west side, and just need to make more of them happen, and we need to get youth out to the ones that we already have.
So do you got a number they can contact you if they trying to get in contact with you about your event that's coming up?
See, I don't want to give out my number,
so you don't have...
I'm in school, but I can give this email again that you can email me at westsidennAACPyouth@gmail.com. It's real simple, real easy to remember. Just remember the youth council, and it's on the west side. Yeah.
And I see we have another caller.
All right, so I heard that you were talking about the I'm 17 event, and I was wondering, like, what might be going on in the mind of 17-year-olds today, things that might impact us as a people.
So they say they heard that you was talking about the I Am 17 event and what, I'm not sure if they saying in a good way or a bad way, what is going through teens' mind at 17. You're 17, right?
Yeah, I'm 17.
So what's
but I'm
going
about
through
to be
your
18, so I'm not really 17. No, I'm just saying. So what's going through a 17-year-old's mind? College, definitely. College is like to go or not to go. If you're going, are you going far? Are you staying? And that's like one of the biggest things that I've been going through this whole year is college. Like I wish I would have thought deeper about some of this stuff before I was 17, before I had to apply. Then that probably would have made things easier because like you have to, things that they don't tell you, you have to pay for every ACT score you send out. You have to pay for college apps on each and every one, and they are not cheap unless you got a fee waiver like me. Like I don't have to pay for the college apps, but I do have to pay for the ACT scores. And like I wish I would have known better where I was going and what I wanted to do. Like I just decided this year I wanted to be a lawyer. I watched the video in my African American Lit class, and it inspired me to say, hey, that's a role that I can be in, that I could potentially make a change in someone's life, make a change in our criminal justice system. So that's what I want to be. And it just hit me out of nowhere. But I wish I would have knew this when I was applying first. I had to go back, change all my apps to pre-law. And it's just like, and I had to change what colleges I wanted to go to. Because now instead of going to University of Georgia or something like that, now I want to go to Georgetown where I can study law and things of that nature. So being 17 is stressful. I know like people most of these times say you could blow off your senior year. I took 3 AP classes this senior year. Why'd I do that to myself? I don't know. But I did it, and I'm doing it. And it's not as easy as, most people make being 17 out to be. I feel like our parents greatly underestimate how much stress we're going through, and they just pile it on. But that's another topic.
I think you just got in your feelings.
Yeah, I got in my feelings a little bit, but
you
it's
just
okay.
got in your feelings about that. So is there anything else going on a 17-year-old? Because all you said was college. So anything, college? Like just think about an average 17-year-old.
It's about social life too. Yeah. Like maintaining a social life and getting done all the stuff that you need to get done. Like I don't have a social life. That's not my fault. It's my mom's fault. I'm not even gonna lie. But it's like I do have priorities, and she makes sure that I stay on what I need to stay on. But it's like having a social life is like, it's pretty vital. You're about to go out to college. You're about to leave all your friends. You want to spend that quality time. You want to be with them. And it's just like prioritizing, managing your time for the most part.
Yeah, because I know when I was 17, it was like you said, thinking about college, thinking about if you wanted to go to school right away or you wanted to wait, thinking about peer pressure, living in a neighborhood where all your friends getting pregnant, you the only person not pregnant. Thinking about all the people you being around, smoking and drinking. Like, that's the type of stuff I think goes through a 17-year-old mind. But then at the same time, like, I was the child that was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go through that. I'm going to live my life. Like, I want to be able to travel when I get old. I want to be, like, I had a lot of stuff in mind before I thought about anything else. So I feel like that's the type of stuff that goes through a 17-year-old mind, average 17-year-old mind. Like, you think about college, but it's a lot of them, as you see, selling drugs. Right. It's a lot of them pregnant, got 2 or 3 kids already. So I feel like that's the type of stuff that needs to get talked about when they talk about what's actually going through a 17-year-old man. Because
it's a lot more than just school and boys or girls and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so when you talk about that, I feel like that's what really needs to get discussed, what's really on the 17-year-old that we really need to help mind. So, do you have any closing remarks, anything you want to say to our audience?
I had
encouraging words.
A real pleasure being here today. And any encouraging words, I just stay focused, find something that you want to do and be the greatest at it. Yeah, college isn't for everybody, but as long as you have a path or a way to success, then that's what you do. And also, don't forget my talent show on December 28th. At Austin Town Hall, and you can email me, Westside NAACP Youth.
Repeat it again.
Westside NAACP Youth at gmail.com. That's what it is.
Okay, and what time is your talent show?
At 5 p.m.
Okay, and do you have any others? So can people still be involved?
Oh yeah, you can still apply up till Sunday, which is why you should email me. at westsidennAACPYouth@gmail.com. All right.
And if you're just now tuning in, our guest on tonight's show is Niecy Williams, and we are discussing the topic of how to engage young people. We would like to thank our viewers for watching and calling in. For additional information about our youth council, which meet every Monday at 4:30 to 6:30 at 4540 West Washington, you can contact us at 773-287-5821. Again, the number is 773-287-5821, and you can come and watch us next week at the same time, same station. See you later.